Good morning, good morning, everyone out there. This is Ty Sherwood, the Wholesale Investors Club. Justin Chamis, appreciate giving the platform today. Let's see what's going on my computer. There we go. Hey, I just want to welcome you guys to the 10 by 10. This is Thursday. I've been doing the 10 by 10 for the last few weeks. Plan on to keep going here throughout this season into the next season. Thank you again, Justin Chamness and the Wholesaler Investment Club. If you're not part of Mastermind, you want to do real estate, come join us at shutupmoney.com. That's shutupmoney.com. And it's all about getting that money. Like Tim May, get that money. But it's more about that. It's more about people and mindset, rubbing shoulders with each other and doing great things for you, for your life. And that's what brings me till today to do the 10 by 10. Just want to get back to the basics, and the basics, the foundation. Of a couple of weeks ago when I started this, I had this picture of a foundation. My friend, let me share my screen here. My friend gave it to me. He's a builder. His name's Natter, and we hang out at the cigar lounge. For all you guys out there, cigar lounge is an awesome thing to do. Am I sharing? There we go. Share my screen. I'll bring up the foundation. So I started out with his foundation. This is actually a floor plan. I get to the foundation here. Bear with me 1 second. Here it is. Foundation floor notes. So I looked up this floor foundation. I'm just going to jump right into it. Usually I do a woot or an icebreaker, but look at this foundation. So the foundation of a house is basically just the outline. And then we go to the floor plan and look at the details, the difference there. The details, the difference. And man, this is just like a firm foundation. The word says in the book of Matthew 7:27, like firm foundation to build your house on solid rock. So when the winds come and the storms and the rain, that you'll stand strong, right? So this is actually helping me more than anything to have that. And part of that firm foundation for me, get my 4 places to go, but also get some clarity and where I'm at right now. I recently went through a divorce, tough slap in the face and wake up call and shattered to pieces, broken heart, and my kids fighting for the kids. And it was and still is a process, but the perspective I got is God got my back. He sees me. He knows what's going on. And even with Justin in the Wholesalers Club, I've found some great freedoms and clarity as far as like, I lost myself. I lost myself in my marriage. Like I was doing everything I needed to do. I looked good on paper from the outside, but I lost, I put her before God. I put her before myself. I put my kids before myself. So getting clear here with my goals in the 10 by 10 process, which we're going to dive into more here in a few minutes. But it's basically helped me to iron out some of the wrinkles, some of the black spots, some of the blind spots, right? You know how you're driving down the road and there's a blind spot, you don't see what's there. Well, it's like we're always driving, and sometimes we got to look twice. You got to look 3 times. You got to look, make sure nothing's going on in your blind spot that you're missing, so you don't crash and burn, right? So getting some clear here. When the future gets clear, the price gets easy. For every promise, there is a price to pay. When the promise is clear, the price is easy to pay. So here's another definition. I define clarity in the goal achievement process as knowing what you want and why you want it. Clarity is without a doubt one of the most important elements in goal achievement journey. Without clarity, we often lose our motivation, forget why we are pursuing the goal, and work without intention. God is a God of intention. I heard that this past week. That was really good. My testimony, I shared some of it already. I talked about the foundation plan. Let's get into it. I know I'm kind of getting through this fast. Just check the chat, see if there's anything else going on here. Let me tell you about a few dreams. So I was telling Justin about this dream I had about a Ford Focus a couple weeks ago. So I like cars a lot, and cars, my ex-wife, when we were married, she's like, don't go stop at a car lot, because every couple years I'd get bored in my car and I'd stop and end up buying another car. And I wanted a Jeep, got a truck. Uh I wanted a BMW for forever, because I used to do valet parking, and BMW was like a lot of fun to drive. So I got a BMW. I stopped, and with her car, it was on the fritz. She had a Volvo, and I stopped by a Infinity dealership, and I wanted to get a Honda Passport, but we ended up getting an Infinity QX60. Um, so we've gotten our deal of cars, but she's like, don't, don't stop by the car dealer, because you're going to buy something else. I would just get bored. So I had this dream about a Lexus. I have a Lexus now, and it's an older one. It's 2010, and I love the thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It could use some TLC. That I want to keep it for my son. My son's turning 15, but he so the Lexus. I'm looking at new Lexuses. They come out with the new GX. It looks phenomenal. And there's a waiting list for it. It's like 70, 60, $50,000. And there's like a waiting list here in Tucson. Like 50 people deep is a waiting list. But they had a demo. So I went by to see the demo, and I was looking at it. And then I had this dream like 2 days later, and the dream was about a Ford Focus. The Ford Focus, it was like I went to a Lexus dealer and I bought a Ford Focus. That was the dream. Like I went there, I didn't, I was doing the paperwork for a Ford Focus. So I really believe like my focus is not to be on the Lexus, but it's to, to be clear about what I'm doing, clear about my goals, clear about my dreams, and which leads to the 10 by 10, which we get clear here with the 10 by 10 exercise. So let's jump into it. Brian Tracy's 10 by 10. Surround. Used to have all this stuff on my screen. All right, 10 by 10. Here we go. 10 by 10. 10 by 10 goal method. So I discovered this a few months back. I was just looking for some motivation. Motivation, they say it's important. It's like money. You want to have it daily. It's like bathing. You want to do bathing daily. So daily motivation. Sometimes people, they don't necessarily need motivation. They need education. And for me, I needed both. I needed education and motivation. And so education and motivation. Let's take a look at this. So I heard first, let's see, Brian Tracy talked about this simple yet powerful techniques at this focal point conference. It has stuck with me ever since. The method in learning set goals. I've since taught this to hundreds of people and companies in industries from all walks of life. Goal setting is, and I don't know, that's a big word. And I'll just to knowing your destination. I'm gonna have to figure out what that word is. What's that word? It is parallel. How about that? Goal setting is parallel to knowing your destination before you set out in your car. That makes sense, right? If you want to go on a trip, uh, you need to know where you're going and where to get there. Use an effective goal setting strategy is like picking the best roads on the highway to get there in the most efficient way possible. Why is this method so effective? For the bang for the buck, it's 20, it's really 10 minutes a day. Um, and you do it for 10 days. So the 10 by 10 is 10 minutes, write 10 goals. And this is how you begin. You get a journal. So you get a journal or you get a yellow pad like this. Um, well, out of focus. Or I like to use Google Keep. So let me pull up my Keep. I'm going to probably use Google Keep today. So I like to use Google Keep. See, here's mine for yesterday, 10 by 10. And you can see different 10 by 10s. Um, 10 by 10. Uh, so you get a journal and it's a brain dump. You're just dumping everything in your head on paper just as it comes to you. So on the first day, you write down, uh, you have give some thought and reflection. The second day, you write down your goals reference to, without reference, excuse me, no reference to previous day. It will be a bit easier. However, your goals will change. So the first day you have 10. The second day you might have a different 10, right? So today, like this was yesterday. I'm gonna write 10 today with you guys, or you can do it with me, however you see it. But you write down the 10 goals just as they come to you each day, right? Each day, you write 10 goals, your definitions will become sharper. So as you do this, they become sharper. Like every day, it's like sharpen iron, sharpens iron, iron sharpens iron, right? So every day, you're just getting sharper and sharper. And this is where the magic, the clarity comes in because you're sharpening every day. And next day, you do it again. And you might have something different. So if you pull out another goal, you bring that goal in, and then you start sharpening that. Um, After about a month, you'll see what will be remarkable. So we're almost at a month. This is our third week of doing this. I can't wait to get to the jet hurdling down the road. Uh, and it's going to improve dramatically. Your mind will sparkle with ideas and insights. You'll start to attract resources into your life. So this is basically what this is saying to me is we got to do this for more than 1 week, more than 10 days. You got to do it for a month because if you want hurtling, a jet hurtling life, oh, that'd be funny. Hurtling jets, jet hurtling. Basically, if you want your life to take off like a jet, if you want a sparkling mind, it says, attract resources into. So there's some attraction here. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it a lot, but I feel it's important to do, have. My friend of mine, he has a ministry online called Rooted, and it's all about the roots, man. The roots produce the fruits, right? If uh, you have good roots, you have good fruits. If you have bad roots, you have bad fruits. And you look around, and if people like toxic people in your life, like me going through this divorce, you know, hey, maybe they had bad roots because the fruits, I can see the fruits from the roots. Enough about the fruits and the roots, but you know what I'm saying. So if you want to be, you want to have, you're basically getting your roots done, getting your roots done. It's like a hair thing, isn't it? Women do that. I do that. Like if you have gray hair, but women do that. They get the roots or highlights. You look at a person that have highlights in their hair, or they have once they change their hair color, their natural color comes back in. The roots are coming back. Right. So special rules. Moving along, here are some special rules that you must follow for the exercise. And this is the three P's come in. You have the three P's: positive, present, and personal. This is just talking about how you want to write your goals. You want to write them in the present tense because your subconscious it it's activated by the affirmation statements in the present tense. So instead of saying I will earn 50,000 next 12 months. You say I earn. Oops. All right. You guys want to copy this? Just let me know. I'll get you a copy. So in the positive, so we have, oh Kevin. Hey Kevin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just saw you jumped in here. Oh, he's not here yet. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Welcome, welcome in. I am about 10, 15 minutes in. And I'm going through the second step of the 10 by 10, the Brian Tracy goal setting method. I can get you a copy if you want a copy. Drop your email or let me know. Or let's see, I can do it right now if you want. Drop in the chat. Bear with me a second. So there's a copy of it for you if you want to follow along. Right on. All right. So welcome. We're getting into it. So basically, you want to get a notebook and it's 10 minutes, 10 goals, brain dump. You just dump it in the notebook, do it for 10 days. A lot of tens in there, but 10 by 10. And the more you do it, the sharper you get. And the special rules is has to be present. So instead of saying I earn 50,000 a year, or excuse me, instead of saying I will uh, make 50,000, you say I earn, like present tense. I lose 20 pounds. Instead of saying I quit smoking, um, you say I'm a non-smoker, right? Um, Instead of saying I'm going to lose weight, because that's negative, positive. Positive is I weigh a certain weight. And then personal, the P for personal, um, followed by I statements. It seems kind of like selfish. I. If you look at mine, like from yesterday, for example, the I answered, I am Sunbird. I do learning action. I help others. I'm trying to get with the I. If you look at some of my ones I've done, let's look at another one. Through all these, let's look at this one. I work here. Here's the eyes. I work with people who feed me. I have a few part. This is just an example. I weigh present tense. I am debt free, paying off. I help people. I help single moms. I help Justin in real estate investors club, which is just actually a goal that I've accomplished. Sweet, that's awesome. Um, I am a sunbird. I want two homes, one in the south and one in the north. I drive a Lexus. There's my Lexus. I talked about my dream of Alexis earlier. I live in Maricopa and travel. Very good. Right on. So getting back to it. So right at this time, about 20 after is when I usually take some time to do this. Let me finish this up. To add power to your daily rain goals, for example, I average 5,000 a month for 12 months. You want to put a date on there. So adding a date makes it more powerful. And a deadline, it pushes the pressure on you as well. And it helps you to do the things you do need to do every day to get that done. So right on. Are you there? Can you hear me? All right. Okay, I thought you were talking. My bad. Okay, so it's a test. So the test is, are you serious about doing this? You know, my friend needs to say, are you interested or are you committed? If you're committed, do this. Take a sheet of paper, write down your 10 goals, takes 10 minutes, and then do it for 10 days and then see what happens. If you want to get really serious, do it for 30 days, right? And see what happens. And all you're doing is you're, like I said earlier, iron sharpening iron. You're just sharpening your axe, man, to make you more effective. So this talks this goes on and talks about the brain, how your brain works with the subconscious mind accepts your goals as commands from your conscious. It makes all your words and actions fit into a pattern consistent with those goals. So let's do it right now. Let's take about 10, 15 minutes and we'll come back and share. If you want to share, you can. If not, I'll just share mine. Um, and then I'll wrap this up. The next step in conclusion. You have any questions? All right, so take about let's see. Um, stop share. Take about 10 minutes to write your goals down. I put it in the chat, right? You can look it up on how to do it, but all you need is a notebook or a piece of paper and just write them down. 10. Write down the statements. They could be from anything. The acronym FORWARD helps. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Use that for an outline of different ones. But I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go do this myself and then be back to collaborate. All right. Kevin, you still there? Hello, hello. Hey, you still there? I'm not sure if you jumped off, jumped back in. I'm gonna wrap this up here. I wrote my 10. You can see them on the screen here. And let's go through the finishing touches here. So, step 4, multiply your effectiveness. After you write your goals, um, what you can do is get 3 P's: positive, present, and personal tense. And you write them down. You can write 3 action steps for taking me achieve one of them. For example, here's your example. If you earn 50,000 over 12 months, you can plan it in advance every day. Start immediately on my most important tasks and concentrate single-mindedly on the most important task. So basically, take one of the 10 and iron it out to 3 actions steps. Conclusion. Before I get to the conclusion, let's look at what I got, and you can see. I hope you can see them. I try to type them while we were taking the action step. So what I was sharing with Justin is I have 20 minutes introduction, 20 minutes action step. Is actually we're doing the work right here in the Zoom room live, and as you can see, is I did mine for today as well, and go through some of them real quick. Um, I work in multiple businesses where people feed me deals, and then I have a number of network. I'm building my network. Some action steps of this one, for example, would be put contacts in my database. Right, right. Contacts from contacts from. So it's contracts from the so make contacts. I got that from Grant Cardone. Contacts to contracts. Grant Cardone has a beautiful Undercover Millionaire series he did during COVID. If you guys want to check that out, it's online. Sure, exactly. Undercover. I was watching it. Let's see, I'm gonna try to look it up here real quick. Here it is. Undercover Millionaire. I was watching it for a few weeks. Let's get back to this. I don't want to get too distracted here. So, so there's the example. You can see the action steps. My goal is to build up my database. So I can put contacts in my database, and then contacts, write contracts from the contacts, because that's the goal of people that feed me. So this goal could be relate to my other goal, which comes down. Um, excuse me, 15. I talk to 5 people a day, growing my business to 15K a month. These are very similar. So this one also be an action step. These. So see how they kind of go together? Iron them out a little bit. So let's move on. Weigh 250 pounds. So action steps would be like you work out every day, you walk, you do 75 hard. I serve others with smiles and automobiles. This is building a network too. I actually got a contact for automobiles already. I didn't put a date on this one. Um, this is kind of a back burner goal. I read a book a week. I'm reading this one book. I feel like I've been reading it for a month because I keep going back. Uh, stay focused. Stay focused on reading 10 pages a day and 10 minutes per day. Uh, about 10, 15 minutes a day. I live in Maricopa and travel to 5 cities. I have a goal to help 5 people in 5 markets get 5 deals. That's like my bigger goal. Help 5 people in 5 markets get 5 deals. And that, like, do that monthly. So help 5 people do 5 deals in 5 markets. Can you imagine? Like, just do this like a year. That's 5 deals, 5 people in 5 markets. Is that 5 deals total? Or is that 25? 5 markets, 5 deals. You do 5 and 5, that's 25 deals a month. Month per year. See how the multiplication jumps in, right? Per year, per day. That'd be crazy. Per day, how about per week? That's more deal. Per day. If you have systems set up, it's possible. Man, dreaming, right? The other day I wrote this. I write $1 million contracts. Like, can you imagine? Like, what's the difference of writing a 300 or $450,000 contract or a $1 million contract? It's the same contract. It's just the blank that you fill in the dollar amount's different. So that's super exciting, right? I write $1 million contracts. All right, let's move on. I'm a sunbird with a home both in the south and in the north. I own 2 homes by May, so I put a date on that one. Um, I disciple coach 12 people. I think I want to get more into coaching, so that's a goal down the road. I put for this year because I want to iron this out a little bit more. I drive at 9.4 by July. That's just a gift when I move to for myself. It's like a late birthday gift. And I have better relationships. Oh, I fight for better relationships. That's with my kids. So I got to go back to court, fight for my kids, which is crazy, is horrible, but at the same time, it's challenging me to be a better man. And there's a segue. Like, Justin wants to do uh, a workshop on just being a man, you know, being a better man, not being an ugly infant or a boy, but being a man. I do want to mention to you guys that there's no unrealistic goals. There's just unrealistic time frames. And Brian Tracy talks about this. Um, Brian Tracy talks about this when he does goal setting. He's like, just write down the goal. Like, the time frame might change, you know? Like, this time frame, this is a good example. I weigh 250 pounds by, so I gotta lose 30 pounds. If I don't lose 30 pounds, I'm not gonna get this by the end of December. So I might have to extend it to December. That's not the goal. The goal, this is a goal right now. So I gotta lose 5 pounds a month. right? That's workable. All right, cool. Let's finish this up. So, for conclusion, if you were to just do one thing for 10 days, find a notebook. I use Google Keep, get a notebook, a notepad, go to Walmart, it's like $2 for a blank notebook. Then you write down 10 goals, write them clearly as if you were telling a 6-year-old. They would understand them and be able to communicate them to somebody else. Repeat the following the previous day. Do it 8 more times. That's it. And until we see you next time, there's anyone, any questions? I usually like to end with something. I'm going to end with, I'm going to tell you about a dream I had last night. I was sharing this with Justin. I had a dream. I had a dream that I was with Michael Jordan. We weren't like hanging out. It was like I went and saw a house. There was a house. The house, it was kind of like had some flair, like some like it looked like a gym from the outside. And when I'm saying it looked like a gym, it had like a big sign, a shiny sign with, and it looked like, like Gold's Gym would have like a big sign saying Gold's Gym. It would have a big shiny sign out front. But Michael Jordan was there, and he was holding a purse, a Roxy purse. And the Roxy purse is significant because a friend of mine I met recently, you've heard of the brand Coach brand? There's a brand Coach, and here they make clothing, and there's a Coach store not far from where I'm at, and I met a friend. His name's Reiko. It's like Rico, but like Reiko, Raiko, and Reiko. He works for Coach. Coach hired him to paint on purses, and one of their main themes is Roxy, and Roxy is a dinosaur. I can share it. Let's share it. So here's Roxy right here. I pulled this up previously. Here's the Roxy purse. So if you can imagine Michael Jordan with a Roxy purse, that was my dream. Like I saw Michael Jordan having a Roxy purse. I have no idea what that means. Like, why would I dream? I just know Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, and this purse is about art and crafts, and I'm maybe arting my craft to be the greatest of all time. I don't know. So that's just something to share with you. I don't have any super duper things, but I did want to share that. All right, you guys, I'll stop sharing. Check messages. Roxy, Michael Jordan with a Roxy Coach purse. And I end it with that image. You take care. Thanks so much. Thank you, Justin, once again. If you guys want to catch us on the Real Estate Wholesalers Investing Club, go to shutupmoney.com. You'll see Justin there, and you contact me through there, or I'll just see you next week. I'll be here. All right. Be blessed. Have a good day.